Okay, we're live for the first time on athriftymom.com. We'll wait for some people to join. Hopefully someone will join us. Oh, yay! We have one viewer. I'm clapping for our... Oh, 20. Wow. Yay! Okay, so we are going to show you guys how to make swirl eggs. It's a really fun way to dye Easter eggs, and in the past we've done it with shaving cream, but some people got pretty upset that we were using shaving cream on eggs, so I wanted to come up with a friendlier way to do it, and so we are doing it with Cool Whip. And so you guys just get to watch this live, so make sure you comment, make sure you like it, and once we're done, if you like it, then please make sure you share it so other people can see it. You can even share now if you want, but who knows what's going to be on it. So getting live on Facebook was a little crazy. I had to submit my driver's license, which who knew that they were so wanting to make sure I was who I was. But this is my very first video, so let's get started. So to start off, we are going to use Cool Whip, and we're just going to throw the Cool Whip in the bottom of a glass dish. You could use a metal dish, doesn't have to be anything special. And we're just gonna swirl the Cool Whip around. Now, like I said, you can do this with shaving cream, and I even tried it with whipping cream, the stuff that comes in the can, but it didn't go as far as I would like, and so I feel like the Cool Whip is the best option. So just thaw your Cool Whip so it's nice and spreadable. Make sure you get some gloves on. You'll need those in a second. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this whole palette to go ahead and dye some eggs. And we're going to start out by just sprinkling some different colors in the eggs. So we got some yellow there. Then we're going to add some pink. And we're just going to try to dot the surface. And then we're going to do some red. Since this is my first time, I don't really... Oh, yay! I just saw Liza. Or is that how you say her name? I know her! Yay! And I don't know how to say her name now that I'm reading it. Is it Liza or Liza? I can't remember. But that makes me happy that she's on. And she just gave me a thumbs up. Heart. Yay! Someone's interacting with me. Okay, so now we're going to do some green. And... we're going to do some blue and some more blue. And once you do this, if you do it right, you only have to do this color palette once, and you can get about 8 eggs out of one color palette. Okay, so now that we have our color palette kind of drawn, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a skewer and we are going to start making our swirl pattern. You want to make sure that you don't like muddle the eggs, the color too much, because this is what's going to show up on the eggs. But at the same time, you don't want it to be just dots. Okay, that's probably good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get our egg. Make sure you get your glove on for this part. And we are just going to put it in, and then we're going to roll it. Roll. And then once you see that the eggs got color, just take it up and then place it in your carton. And I'm going to move this over. No, it's still not in screen. Well, never mind. It's live. So we'll go ahead and get another egg. And we're just going to keep rolling. And as you do this, it just looks like what's a pretty kind of ugly egg. But you want to go ahead and you can wash it off right away, but you're just going to get like a really, really faint pastel colored egg. And we like it when they're like really vibrant and bold. So we go ahead and put them aside, and then we kind of let the Cool Whip and the color set or kind of dry on there. Okay, just joined. What is that other mix other than food coloring? It is Cool Whip. You can use shaving cream if you want. That's what we've done in the past, but we were looking for a more friendly way if you actually wanted to eat your eggs, since we don't know what's in, well, since shaving cream is not normally an edible thing, then that's why we wanted to try the Cool Whip. Okay, so now I'll go keep doing a couple of these. So I'll show you. So we've swirled these, and then this is what we're gonna come up with. So all of our eggs are just sitting here, kind of waiting to be done. A couple of these I did about 10 minutes ago. So the color's been sitting on them for a while. And so we're gonna wash them off now. Could you get me a white or just something to put these on? And it looks like I actually could have probably let these sit even longer because they're not quite as bright as the ones we did last week. So like I said, the longer you sit, the longer they are. So let me keep doing them. Grab a different one. Instead of washing it off this time, I'm just going to rub it off. And that creates even a different effect. Which, like I said, since we're live, you get to learn as I learn. When I do videos normally, I can kind of troubleshoot it all and then do a nice formal video. So who knows what's going to pop out of my mouth? That's what's kind of scary. Yeah, I'm going to put on another glove here because I don't want my hands to be dyed for the next several days. Okay, we're just going to rub this all off, and then you get this cool swirled Easter egg. Let's do another one. Has anybody tried this at home? Just waiting to see. There is a slight delay, so that's if I ask questions. I was just going to wait a little bit. Okay, and as I wipe it off, ooh, this one's pretty. Yes, nice marble effect. That's what we call them. Can you rip off paper towels? Sorry about that. My sister-in-law, can you go tell your mom? It's my daughter's 11th birthday today, and her Aunt Suzanne is trying to FaceTime us. And so, there we go. Look at that. So for those of you that are just joining us, we're making swirl eggs. I teach preschool. We did this on cardstock at the time, but shaving cream and paint. Love the idea on the egg. Yeah. And here's another fun tip is I have 5 kids, and they all want to do like a ton of eggs. But it's hard for me to figure out how to eat like 5 dozen eggs within the time period that I feel comfortable eating them. So I actually give the older kids raw eggs, and we just do this on it, and then we just put them in the fridge, and then we eat them as normal eggs the next couple weeks, or however long it takes to eat them. And then so we have some raw eggs and some not raw eggs, and some boiled eggs. And that way the kids can all do it, and we're not stuck with 5 dozen boiled eggs. So those of you that are just joining us, this is Cool Whip mixed in with food coloring dye, and then you kind of swirl it around with a skewer, and then you take a plain egg that has nothing on it, and then you roll it through here, and you wait for it's just to get all covered, and then you set it aside, and you let it sit for about 10 minutes. And then you pick it up once it's been sitting, and then you start to rub it off. Looks like a bigger mess than using the store-bought eggs. You know, my kids always spill the store-bought stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely a project, but my kids love projects, so, and it's just fun and different, and you don't have to smell the vinegar smell. Okay, there's another one. let's rub off another one and see what it looks like. Oops, that's what I just did. Yep. Has seemed to color. No, it doesn't color the inside of the egg. It's just food dye, so it's safe, and the Cool Whip's safe. I'm not sure if that's what you were asking. I guess I could crack one open and show you that it's just fine on the inside. We talked a little bit ago about the fact that since I have 5 kids, we do some raw eggs and we do some boiled eggs. That way we're actually using all of our eggs that we had fun at Easter with. So let me just show you a comparison of some of these. So, woo! I'm going to drop it. So there's one. And there's another. They're just super fun. My kids really love them. And we let them pick how they want to, nope. What is stating this is safer? Oh. Okay, well, so there are the eggs that we did. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun project with us. We do have lots of other tips for dyeing eggs on our site. We've done some with melting color crayons. We have done it with taking old ties and then tying them up and boiling them. How does the food coloring stay on without rubbing off? If you put it in water, it definitely rubs off a little bit more, but the food coloring just kind of like dyes the eggshell, and that's why we have to make sure it has that curing time, that 10 to 15 minutes that it sits on here. And then the fact that we just take it and then rub it, you're just rubbing off all the excess dye, and then what's left is just what has, because the eggshell's porous, and so it just absorbs the color. Anyway, so we have lots of other tips, and this was our first live video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We will try to come up with other things. Someday in the future you'll probably see my face, but for right now we will we'll probably do a lot more DIY projects and stuff like that. But if you're just joining us, or to end this off, thanks, Maggie. I appreciate that. And I like Maggie as a name. All of our kids are actually named with M's. We have 5 kids, and they're all starting with an M, and Maggie was a big contender for my last one, but Madeline won out, and that's her name. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Yay, Amber's on. I know Amber. Hi, Amber. So anyway, this is what we did today. Cool Whip. You put the Cool Whip in there, you add the food color, you let the egg look all crazy and sit for 10 to 15 minutes. And if you want them really, really, really bright, you can actually let them set overnight, and then they're like a lot more bold. Because if you look at the colors, here's the color when it's first on, and then this is what it is after being rubbed off after like 10, 15 minutes. So the longer you let it sit, the bolder your color is. All right, well, let's see. Oh, wow, we've been on 13 minutes. I was hoping just to get 5 minutes. I guess I talk a lot more than I thought. So anyway, hope you guys like this. Feel free to share this video so your friends can see how to do this too. I will chat with you all later. Stay tuned. Bye.